this this is the bark from a Leylandii tree, which is a form of cypress, guys. This is what it looks like in its raw form, I'm going to say, okay? Now, I know that if I put a spark from this, from a ferro rod onto this, I can get this to go on fire. But I wonder, if I process this enough, can I get it to work straight away with flint and steel without the need for charred material? Stay tuned. Okay, so I have a bit of processed Leylandii here, okay? I'm just going to take a little bit, okay? Now, if you notice, right, notice the properties of this, okay? Notice how stringy it is. Now, don't worry, I'll show you how to process it now in a minute, okay? And how to get it to this, all right? It's woody, it's stringy, okay? So what I have come to understand, guys, is that if anything has similar properties to this, if they're fluffy, if they're stringy, or if you can make them that way, there's generally a good chance that you can get them to go on fire, okay? Which means that in a natural environment, you can find stuff like this and you can use this to light a fire in an emergency, or even just for fun, okay? So I'm trying to do this without Bruno trying to eat everything I have. Alright, Bruno, you just stay there. Now, what I wonder is that if I process this enough, can I get this to burn straight with a flint and steel? So this is a big pile of Leylandii logs. Leylandii. I'm never really sure what it's called, okay? So guys, what you can see is, you see the bark here, right? There's a couple of different ways you can process this, okay? One of the simplest ways is just to get your knife. And just scrape it. Okay, see what I mean? Or what you can do is, if you have a big piece, or if you want a big piece, you can just get your knife and this bit isn't very thick actually. Okay. The goodness is in this, okay? You see all these stringy bits, all right? And all you're going to do is you're just going to crack it up, and you're going to start beating it and pulling it apart until you get the desired consistency, okay? Now, here's the thing about Leylandii. It's generally found growing in people's gardens. People generally use it as hedging and stuff like that, guys. And it is, you find a house maybe that has been built 40 years ago is going to have big Leylandii, right? And they like to get rid of these things because they block out a mental amount of light. Okay, so tree surgeons drop this stuff off because he doesn't want it. It's no good for firewood or anything like that. So guys, that is a potential way to get it. Also, this is the thing, guys, right? I am using Leylandii because that is what I have. If you know of a wood that has, or a bark that has very similar properties, you can see the way this is going already, I'm just rolling this in my hand while I'm talking, that has very similar properties to this, okay, it will possibly work the same way. So try it, okay, try it. So look, I'm just rolling that in my hand, just breaking it up as I go along, okay. Now, if you have some sort of little, like if you're doing it over something or in a dish or something like that, I would definitely be picking up all those little dusty bits and trying to use those as well. Let's go back over, see if it works. Basically, you just find yourself, Bruno wants to eat everything. He thinks everything is a stick and everything is for his consumption. It is not, Bruno, but you're still a good dog. Find yourself somewhere comfortable, okay? Sit. Bruno, you're blocking everybody's view. Can you see now? No, come on, over here. Sit. Sit, okay? You're just gonna sit like this. And flake this out, okay? If you find a big hard woody piece, just sort of take it off, chuck it aside. Now this feels a little damp to me, but by working it and working it and working it in my hands, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to dry it off, okay? It's going to become drier, alright? So, I also do like to grab a beating stick and just sort of mulch it up and bust it up a little bit. Bruno, come out of the way, will you? Come on. Get out of it. Get off the tripod. Get over here. Come on. No, that's your stick. I don't want it. Go. Jimmy Mac. Like it's a forest. Do you know what I mean? There's lots of sticks. So, what would work like this? What is similar to this in construction? I'm trying to think at the top of my head. Maybe willow bark, maybe fresh nettle stalks, stuff like that, okay? I'm going to get a beating stick, hang on. All I'm doing is breaking up fibres, guys, that's all. I'm pretty sure I've also done this with cedar bark, I think. This is cypress, not cedar. Yeah, I think I've done this with cedar bark. This stuff is super fine, so I'm going to try and keep all that together. This is actually the nettle left over from the last time. I'm going to just put that to one side. I'm going to put all that in the lid. Here we go. Are you excited? Yeah, well, you're an idiot. It was very close that time already. Here's my plan. I'm going to surround everything with all this stuff. This is my fluffiest stuff. I'm going to put it in. No, that's not my. Oh no, I mixed up my fluffy stuff. I'm going to take a little piece of this and I'm going to place it on top of the flint, and I'm going to see if I can land a spark on it. See if that works better. Like this, look. There we go. Oh! Oh, I'm off camera as well. It was so close. So close. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Okay, so it was an almost success there. It was very, very close. Actually had dropped one in there. Okay, I'm going to process this again, and then I'm going to come back and try again. Did you just fart? So, not quite the success I had hoped for, but nonetheless, it is definitely... See, I've become obsessed with this stuff now, and I'm going to sit here for like 2 hours until I get this to work. But guys, yeah, not quite the success I hoped for, but it is. There is potential there, okay? Guys, for me, that is a win anyway, because basically what I have done is I have, you know, I'm learning something new, okay? So, Leylandii bark or cypress bark or anything that has similar properties is definitely a viable resource when it comes to lighting fires, guys. So, you know, go out and try something and see if it works. Okay, that's what it's all about. Okay, it's about figuring this stuff out. All right, so I just need to sit down and practice this a wee bit more and figure this out. Okay, and I'll try something else the next time and see if it works. The nettles will be coming up soon, so we'll do some dried nettles as well. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay frosty.